Hello, my name is Max Anselmi, and this is my submission for the Environmental and Water Resources Scholarship for the ASCE Orange County branch. Our problem statement was, how do we convey to the public that wastewater reclamation is the future of water conservation and sustainability? I also wanted to add some key points that might contribute to this argument, such as why is this critical and how is this safe to implement? So let's get right to public appeal. Getting people to accept reclaimed water definitely requires an indirect approach. According to Paul Rosen, a psychologist at the University of Pennsylvania, the revulsion comes from its closeness to sewage. Now, I've talked to family, I've talked to peers, and they all seem to share the same sentiment that if they were given a glass of reclaimed water, that it would not really be tasteful to them. They wouldn't really drink it. And I can't say that I disagree with that. I mean, it almost kind of seems like it'd be dirty, right? So, in order to be effective, reclaimed water should be indirectly routed to give the idea that it is not straight from a treatment plant. So, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, the highest level of water treatment is known as tertiary or advanced treatment, and it involves these processes. Now, sedimentation is mainly for primary treatment, where biological oxidation, disinfection, and chemical coagulation are for secondary treatment. Tertiary treatment or advanced treatment is achieved at the last two stages, well, mainly the end of the last. Now, I feel like this is important because if we were to be displaying this to the public, we would mainly want to focus on the tertiary levels. People might be more keen to drink treated or reclaimed water if they knew that it was being disinfected several times, or if they knew that it was being filtered several times, that this process is iterative and that it'll actually be safe to drink. So, also according to the EPA, water treated at this tertiary level could be used for numerous applications. Items in this first column are mainly for primarily treated water. Items in the second column are for secondary treated water. And I would like to call special attention to this last column because it is the only item that tertiarily or advancedly treated water can be used. Of course, it could be used for any of the previously mentioned items, but this is the only one where just advanced water could be used. Groundwater recharge is a very indirect way to give water to the public without it being straight from a reclamation facility. It is definitely the best approach. So what we could see from the Environmental Protection Agency is that there are several ways to route water so that it is used by the public. However, for just potable reuse, depositing the treated water into the groundwater reservoirs seems to be the most effective. Not only does this provide sustainability in our water table due to the replenishment, but it would take a more out-of-sight, out-of-mind approach to public appeal. Now, onto some areas that are already implementing these sorts of changes to their water systems. Orange County has their groundwater replenishment system. Here, wastewater is treated to a level exceeding state and federal drinking standards and is then released into local groundwater recharge basins, where it will eventually be redrawn for municipal or private use. Now, this seems to be a very practical solution to our problem, especially when 37% of California's usable water comes from groundwater. Now, while Orange County is definitely a notable entity, more organizations should be involved in this effort to encourage the public that this is the future of water conservation. Most notably, the organizations such as the Association of Metropolitan Water Agencies, the American Water Works Co., ASCE, LAWDP. These are all major organizations that could provide a united front to this issue. If they all were to say that this is the way to go, people would be a lot less inclined to disagree. Now, if we were to move more towards groundwater replenishment with reclaimed wastewater, these organizations need to let people know. They need to be made aware that these processes are what keep our water running and supply us with indefinite resources. This should be done not by focusing on the treatment processes themselves, but on the deposition of the effluent and its benefits for our environment. Together, we might be able to make a sustainable solution to our water problem, not just here in California, but globally.